I'm here at the University of Michigan in Mason Hall talking to students about diversity here on campus. Let's see what people have to say. What do you think is the percentage of University of Michigan students who are black?
So probably maybe 10%.
I think it's fairly low. I think Michigan State's around 10%, so I think ours is like 4.
I think I read the other day it's like 4%.
2%.
Say 15%.
I would say 25%.
14% or less.
Maybe like 10.
10-15%.
Do we have 12%? Is that right?
10%.
I think it's about 4.8, 4.9.
I think that is probably less than 4.
30%.
35% maybe.
28%. Well, last figure I checked, I believe it is down to about 4%.
Is it right around like 5%?
I'd say about 25%.
I believe it was about 3%, I think, 3 or 4%.
I actually know this because I just wrote a blog post about this for Consider Magazine. It's 4.65%.
Not too surprised, no.
No. Actually, I heard it is 4.4, but I don't think it really is.
I would say, wow. I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't either. That's
very low.
Surprising.
No, I wouldn't be surprised.
That is surprising, yeah.
Most definitely, because I don't think it is. Is it?
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
okay. I'm surprised.
And do you think that number's risen or fallen in the past year?
I feel like it's probably stayed around the same.
You know, I want to say risen.
I'm pretty sure it's fallen.
Fallen.
Rising.
I would think that percentage has risen in the past couple of years.
Yeah, I would say that too.
Falling.
I would say most likely it's probably risen.
I don't know realistically, but I would assume or hope that it would have risen.
Rising.
Fallen.
Falling.
I think it's risen.
I think this number has been rising, especially with student athletes. And, I mean, there's a lot of people that are interested in Michigan.
I think it's fallen.
Do you think the University of Michigan is diverse?
Yeah, I think it's relatively diverse.
Yes, I think it's very diverse as far as, a lot of different cultures. There's a lot of, we have a lot of Asian kids here. We have a lot of, Middle Eastern kids here. I don't think it's very diverse as far as, black kids. I don't think we have a big African-American, group here.
I think they kind of consider themselves to be, but probably when you look at the demographics of the state of Michigan, it doesn't really reflect how diverse the state is at all.
I mean, I guess, there are people from everywhere, but I don't like the proportion of it.
I would say so. I know one of the main missions of the University of Michigan is diversity, so I would assume that it's a pretty diverse campus.
There's not really a proper representation of the other minority classes.
I think so. I think we definitely try to promote diversity.
Yes, that I do agree with. I've met people from different countries. I've met people from all over the states.
I see a good amount of people of different cultures and races and skin colors and creeds and everything else.
Coming here, I feel like I came to a very less diverse place, which I was actually very unaware of.
I don't think that it's diverse because there aren't many people of color, not just African Americans, but there aren't many Indians, many Latinos, many there aren't any people of color here.
Yeah, I think it really is diverse with all races and all cultures.
I think it's because there's so many of the same people, it would be more homogenous than diverse. There's there's sectors of the same people.
I think it's diverse. I think the problem is that while the school itself is diverse, everyone kind of stays within their own sect.
Despite that, I believe there is a lot of diversity in this college, whether it's African Americans or other cultures.
Not really. I mean, with numbers like that, I have a lot of classes where I don't have any minority students in the class at all, or a lot of clubs like that too.
I would consider it diverse. It depends on what your perception of diverse is. In terms of visual diversity, I think that it could be better, but in terms of diversity in all social factors, socioeconomic, racial, gender, religious, in terms of that, I think it is a diverse campus.
I'm Elizabeth McLaughlin for WOLV-TV.